With 2 weeks into rehabbing my runner's knee, week 27 of my 40-week marathon training plan went quite well. There were some down moments, but overall, it was a pretty good week. I ended the month of April with 85 miles. That was pretty good considering that I had to slow down the week of April 12th and the week of April 19th due to rehabbing my runner's knee. And I made a pretty good strong comeback last week, week 27, where I had almost 24 miles in and 4 hours and a half of activity time. And I had a total of 4 runs, 2 easy runs, 1 tempo run, and 1 long run. For week 27, I skipped the 12 by 400 meter because part of my runner's knee rehab is either to decrease the load or decrease the intensity. Since week 26, I skipped the long run and I performed the 12 by 400. Week 27, I decided to skip the 12 by 400 and perform the long run instead. But I still had 2 easy run in and a tempo run in along with the long run. My resting heart rate creeped up quite a bit. I don't know how Garmin calculate the resting heart rate, but it is what it is. My tempo run didn't go well at all in terms of max heart rate. You see my heart rate crept up early on in the run, and I was forced down to walk and run toward the latter part of the tempo run. So instead of a tempo, it turned into an interval. The reason it wasn't a good session for me, that day, my son was supposed to have a track and field, and I thought I didn't have time to do any runs, but they canceled it due to the weather. So I decided, well, you know what? Since he didn't run, I might as well put in my run. But unfortunately, I already ate for the day. So when I did run, even though it was about an hour or 2 after my meal, I ran with a full stomach. So that didn't help with the heart rate. But I more than make it up with the long run later on in the week. This long run was much better. I kept my heart rate at a really, really good low zone 4 with a lot of headroom to spare. Even with a relatively low heart rate, my pace was a very respectable pace for me at a 9:20, 9:30 minute pace. My intent here was to run 3 miles on, and then if my heart rate get up too high, I'll start a walk until I get down to zone 2, and then run another 3 miles. So I accomplished my goal here by trying to keep that consistent pace going for an extended period of time. I ended the long run with an average pace of just under 11 minute mile. Again, that was pretty good for me because I ran intentionally at a very low heart rate. If you look at the pace, the heart rate, the stride length, as well as the run cadence for the first 3 miles, they were consistent. If you look at the heart rate to achieve a 9:20, 9:30 minute pace was in the zone 3 in the low zone 4. My stride length was over 1 meter, and my stride and my run cadence was around 170. Very consistent run. I am so pleased with my running economy improvement so far. When I look at how I run now versus how I ran for my last marathon last year of 2025, I went from a shuffler to now an actual runner. What I meant by that was when I look at my old footage of my runs, I was shoveling my feet. I barely do the figure 4 run. And that explained why I had heel problem, knee problem, and tight hip flexor. When I look at my running videos now, I am indeed running with the proper form, with the figure 4 form, and actually start to utilize my hip and my glute, my hamstring, my quad to do all the heavy lifting. And learning the proper breathing technique also helped too. And I want to take this moment to give a shout out to 2 channels that made a great impact to my running economy improvement. There are tons of channels dedicated to running that talks about different shoes, different running techniques, different breathing techniques. They are good at what they do. They run sub 3, sub 2.5, but very few are good teachers. And I was so thankful. Several weeks back, I came across Holly Martin channel, and she was a game changer for me because her channel on how to improve cadence made sense to me. while hundreds more out there did not make sense to me. And since I watched that video, I have been practicing it. And now when I run, it's effortless. I'm pretty much gliding now. And Shari Hawkins, her channel was also great because she also explained in a way I can actually apply as well. And if you guys are new to running and you want to ensure that you're running with the proper technique, the proper breathing, those two channels help me understand the running technique and improve my running technique. So instead of working against my natural body, my natural motion, I'm allowing my body natural motion to glide me, to get me to where I need to go. So now with the same heart rate, I'm running much, much more efficient than I used to be. I turned from being a shuffler to being a runner. Not as fast as I want yet, but at least I am actually running instead of shuffling the full 26.2 miles. And lastly, I want to end this video with why I decided to document my marathon training plan when my marathon was 5 hours and 33 minutes to a goal of 3 hours and 5 minutes, even though I don't know if I'm going to succeed or not. I document it now because the internet is full of great runners, full of elite. And when you look at their time, if you're new to running, you probably feel deflated, or you probably have an envy or jealousy how they can do it, or I wish I can have the time to do what they do so I can be as fast as they are. And I documented my training progress so far with the hope that if I do, or when I do reach that 3 hours and 5 minutes, that if you have a goal and you care about it enough, you can make it happen. And you don't have to spend time envying the elite. You can become one if you put your time into it. And what I did, what I am doing now, putting myself out here, is applicable to all parts of life. Sometimes we fail to progress, move forward, and get better in life, not because of lack of skills, lack of knowledge, lack of know-how, but it's that fear of failure, that fear of being judged. And once you eliminate that fear, you'll be surprised what awaits you on the other side.